show you a couple of business plans, actually, that are out there that we have worked on. And I just want to show them to you quickly so that you can look at what should be in a business plan and just the elements of it. If you've never done one, some of you probably have, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I'm going to just spend a little bit to show you. And this is a plan that we did for a client, and it's called Sustainable Indoor Agriculture, and you don't need to worry about any of those specifics, but I wanted to show you different pieces of it so you can think about it, and you really ought to think, what are you doing a business plan for whatever you might be thinking about with aquaculture. You're either doing it because you want to raise money and you're showing it to other people, and that's important. That's what was being done for this particular project on sustainable indoor agriculture. And then the other reason that business plans are helpful is actually for your ongoing operations. They should be dynamic. They should be able to change. You should be able to go into them very easily and modify them and change them over time to really now look like what your business is going to look like in the future and looks like today based on today rather than when you wrote the plan, which might have been a year ago, 2 years ago, so on. This was written in Microsoft Word. However, most of what we write today, we write in Google Docs because it's so much easier, or it's so collaborative, multiple people can work on it at a time. But I'm just going to go through this quickly. The first thing you should probably do is to have a what's called an executive summary, which is what this is, or in this case it's called the investment and project highlights. So it's called by different names in different places. There's just a real brief industry overview here. In our case, this particular facility, which by the way, all of these are applicable for something you could do in a backyard kind of setting, had hydroponics, aquaponics, which is worm culture, aquaculture, we were growing fish specifically, and shrimp. And so that was the highlights of that, and we go into more detail later in the plan. We then talked briefly about the team, and then about the investment highlights. What were we looking for funding? And then we moved into the meat of the presentation. And so remember, this is for indoor agriculture. So the first thing we did was a pretty extensive overview, and there are citations in here, which means references, and they're the small numbers that you're seeing.